Hi everyone. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the various kinds of personal cloud storage providers that's available online. So let's get started. Before moving ahead, I just want to make a quick serious note to all of you. Suppose you want to become a good tech support guy, all you need to do is to make sure that you might follow my videos for straight ahead 100 days, and I guarantee you by the end of the 100 days you will be an awesome technical support guy. I'm just going to follow up with the series. So the initial part of the series will be making backup of the file system. So this is the video for that purpose. So let's get started. So the first option will be Microsoft Office 365. So in Office 365, it comes with a bundled thing known as the Office package. You can buy this small subscription with the OneDrive one, which comes around the $5 per month. The second one will be around the $10 per month. It's come according to the users and their compatibility with the requirements. So these are all the business plans which I'm showing you right now, and it's perfect for a small office. So for a small office, I would personally recommend using Microsoft 365 Business Basic, and I would recommend that you make all the Word document kind of activities using the Office application that comes and built with the it's an Office application. So if you want to do installation of your system, you need to buy a business standard package. Apart from this, there are much more bigger packages around the market. So if you are using for the home purpose, I would recommend you to buy use these packages, 365 family packages. In this, you are going to get around 6 terabyte of cloud storage, 1 terabyte per person. You can add around 6 people in the family, and this comes with the family guard and security settings also. Suppose you want to make limitation about the of your children, that you can monitor them actually, and it comes with the comprehensive. For example, if you are going to use the Xbox and you have the account, so you can do some sort of, there's some sort of features wherein you can provide some restriction, and family parental controls are there. So the family safety is available only in the $99.99. So it gives you a lot of control over your children, that what kind of stuff they are going through right now, and they have certain kind of features for the Xbox also, where you can provide limitation in. Earlier I have seen some clients wherein they need this kind of features in order to make sure that the children aren't playing much of the games right now. Let's move on to the next option. So the next option will be the Mega. So Mega has been into the market not much time, but it's been one of the most remarkable cloud service provider. Whenever you're going to perform the backup and sync part, that's the best thing I've ever saw with Mega. The OneDrive is also very perfect with the backup and sync part with the systems, but Mega is also quite good. You can set up your file places, whether you want to make the files backup on timely basis. It keeps a good record of your files backup, and it's quite a bit pricey. But if you want a free version, you're just going to get around 20 gigabytes for free. But it also comes with the bandwidth limitations. So what are the bandwidth limitations? Let me tell you that if you're having a 2 terabytes of storage space in a cloud drive, you're just going to have 24 terabytes of transfer. So what does it means? It means that whenever you are going to have some sort of files on your cloud storage, and you want to make sure you want to stream those files or share those files with somebody else in the free open space, there will be a limitation. Apart from 24 terabytes, they won't be able to download a bit any further. So limit transfer, let's click on that. So what does it mean? Transfer is the amount of data consumed while downloading from the cloud. So this is what is transfer data rate. Let's move on to the next option, Dropbox. It's been into the business for a long time, but it's mostly of the enterprise nature. It's not quite good for the people who are using it for the personal needs. So it's very good for the enterprise nature. They have a very good planning. 2 terabytes. You're going to get it for $10 per month. Your unlimited device linking is there. 30 days file account history is there in that, and the enterprise version comes with 180 days files recovery. Even if your systems and you're not using the plan anymore, you can definitely pay later and get those files recovered from there. So it also has a very good application wherein you can perform the backup and sync kind of things. So they have a desktop apps. So this is the desktop app they have. This is quite an interface wherein you can perform the backup and sync option. It's very good. So now let's move on to the next part, the box. The box is much more of an enterprise grade. It's also good for the personal file storage, but it's very good for the startups. Suppose you don't want to spend that kind of money, and you're having a small team of people whom you want to, and you're making some sort of product based or maybe a service with this industry, and you want to perform some sort of signatures before initiating any kind of work, then Dropbox box is the one of the best option out there. It comes with powerful e-signature kind of thing, whether you're sending any kind of non-disclosure agreements, any kind of documents that needs to get signed with the customers or the clients. It's the best thing that you send it by box, and they sign it and then send it back to you, and everything is done digitally. There is no need of using the mails part. Okay, so in this way, even your teams can follow with the confidential part, and they can share the documents using the secure file share link, and also the a PowerPoint presentation. So for example, many of the product based company, they share the pitch deck. So it's the best option. So moving on to the next option, this comes with a quite a good discount right now. It's coming around 5 terabytes of cloud backup for $7.95 for the first year. And using this, you can it's for a single system right now, but nobody gives this kind of offers. Actually, it's been one of the best cloud backup provider right now. They have been winning a lot of awards since 2015. It's been a 8-time winner. They are very much compliant with the systems. For example, wherein there is, for example, in the medical area, you need to follow the HIPAA compliance. So there are different kind of compliances all across the world. So they definitely follow up with all those compliances. The Health Insurance Portability Accountability Act. So they are much compatible with it. So different kind of legality, they take care of it and make sure that the systems are completely in compliance with those systems. So there are different kind of options available: the personal, team, business, to cloud storage and iDrive. So all these options come with 5 terabytes, and in accordance to your needs, you can even increase the terabytes. It may cost you a bit more, but right now the good thing for all of you guys is that they are going to provide 5 terabyte of cloud storage for just $7.95. I've never seen someone provide this kind of cheap. So this is why I would recommend you, if you don't want to spend much more of our money and perform backup of your systems. So now let's move on to the next option. So this is Carbonite. It's been into the market for quite long, but they have a different approach from the other cloud service providers, which I've shown you right now. They do provide an unlimited cloud backup services. So what does it mean? That it doesn't have any kind of limitation. You might upload as much as you like. So it comes with an annual plan of around $71.99. Monthly plan is $6, $9.34, and $12.50 for basic, plus, and prime. Moving on to the best thing, that it's quite compatible with only Windows systems and Mac systems, which is quite good. That's not a so let's it's You can use this if you want to make sure that you want a small office and you want to perform a good amount of backup. So most of the people, if they have a huge chunk of file and they want to upload their files without any kind of problem, they use this kind of thing. Moving on to the next one, Live Drive. So Live Drive is a bit expensive one, but it's been have it has a reputation of an enterprise suite, most probably. This is all about the security layer, why they're a bit expensive. So data centers are all ISO 27001 certified and already compliant with the EU privacy laws, mostly the GDPR thing. It's compatible, it's cross-platform, it comes with the Windows, Mac, and Android. So let's move on to the next backup service provider. It's the Backblaze. The Backblaze has also been into the business for quite long. So they also provide this kind of facility wherein your external USB drive backup included is there. For example, that you want to just need to contact the support people, and you can order the backup storage into the local drive. They will just ship it back to you. So speaking about of all this file storage system, I haven't shared one is the Google Drive. Google Drive is quite good one. It comes with the free Office packages, that Google Sheets and Google Word and all the presentations is also there, which is known as Slides. It comes for around $15 per month. Let me share it with you. So this is the Google Drive one. So let's move on to the pricing part. The pricing part is around $12 per user per month. It's around 2 terabytes of storage you're going to get. The personal is 15 gigabyte. Let me tell you one thing, that the Google Drive has also got a very good backup and sync software. So that if you are going to have any kind of problem with backup and sync with your file systems, this is one of the best. If you are using Google Drive, there is no need. It depends upon you. I'm just going to tell you, for a small team, it's a recommended one because it comes with a good thing known as Google Chat, wherein you can interact with your teammates using this. But Office has a bit more of a comprehensive, more of enterprise nature, and more compatibility with the startups part that Google Drive doesn't have. I've used it for the startup space. It's not quite good and doesn't fit all the way around. You can use it for the documentation, sheets and slides, and so let's move on to the next option. So I have discussed all these options right now, which are quite good for the cloud backup, personal cloud storage, and also for the business purposes. Now I'm just going to share you some of the most advantageous software. Suppose you have a file in one of the drives and you want to move those files to the another drive. How you're going to do that? So there is an application known as Air Explorer. Using this Air Explorer, you can manage all your cloud service provided at a single software application. Okay, these are all the applications which you are able to link up on Air Explorer application. The Box OneDrive, Naver gives around 30 terabytes of cloud storage, but it's a Korean company. This is the same company which manage Line, the social media application, that WhatsApp kind of thing. It comes, or you can also link the FTP file transfer protocol and SFTP WebDAV also. Mail. These are all the cloud service provider which you can link on. See, Backblaze is also able to, you can link it on it. So the next cloud is something more of a different kind of thing, but if you have your own hosting and you want to host your own cloud service provider and maintain your own office for the documentation part and digital signature and other stuff, this is an open source application which you can host on your own server. So these are all the applications which you can link on the Air Explorer application, and from there you can move your files across different clouds. Suppose you have a file in OneDrive and you want to move those files to the maybe Mega Cloud, and suppose you have Mega Cloud, you want to move your files to the another cloud. You can definitely deal with multiple clouds and transfer files from one cloud to another. You can also perform automatic file transfers and backups. You can do the synchronization part, and encryption is quite good using this application. You can see all the features which are available here. Now moving on to the next free option is Mover.io. Suppose you can use this for application for the migration of your data from one cloud to another cloud. So basically we need these kind of facilities wherein you want to move files from one of your drives to the different drives. Suppose they are just going to provide a service wherein you will be able to move your files from Google Drive, Dropbox and Ignite and Microsoft using this kind of services. But right now they are compatible with on-premises file shares, Google Workspace Drive, Box, Dropbox and Ignite. For individuals it's quite good. It's a free one, but I've used this application. It's much more reliable and you can link a lot of cloud storage providers in this place. It's known as multi-cloud and it's quite good, but the bad thing which I felt about multi-cloud, it's take a lot of time when in order to process the files transfer it. So it will not shut down by itself, but the transfer may take a bit longer time as expected. So it completely depends upon the indexing of the file which you have already created into the cloud. For example, if you have a RAR file, zip file, if you want to move that kind of file, it won't take long. But if you have small bits of files, for example, you have a folder in which you have files 1,000, maybe 10,000, maybe 1 lakh, 100,000 files in your system, and all of those files come around 10 to 20 KB, 30 KB. These are all the operating system files or the necessary server files which you need to make backup of. So these small bits of files will take a long time in order to move from one place to another. I would recommend to make a snapshots of those server images in order to perform the transfer before doing it. So these are the file I've been using it and it's quite good. So suppose you have your own hosted server and you have a lot of bandwidth over there and you have a lot of computational power left alone. So in that situation, this is especially for the Linux and also for the Windows and Mac users. It's a cross-platform application. It's a wonderful application. If you want to perform a transfer for files from any file systems, literally any, this is the best application out there. So what is rclone is a command line. It's for especially for the Linux user. It's a Swiss Army knife of cloud storage. Whether you want to move files from any file to another file, you can just mount it, move the files from one place to another. So it's compatible across various kind of these are the supported providers. You can use it. For example, you are storing files in the cloud storage like DigitalOcean server, and you want to move those files to the Google Drive or OneDrive or maybe a Mega Cloud. How you're going to do it? You are going to use the rclone package. So you need to be very well aware of the command line prompt and how to use this application. You can definitely go along to the documentation part. That's the best way of approach of how to use the rclone. There's a comprehensive sets of commands of how to use the rclone, and you can also find some other tutorials over the YouTube account. So this is all the cloud storage providers which I've shown you right now, which are leading in the market. Especially I've shown the best recommended enterprise grade ones, and once the files are backed up from your system, I would recommend you to go to my next video, and where we will have looked at how to make a portable USB drive in order to format your system, and also how we are going to perform the erasing of the entire hard disk in order to proceed further with the installation of operating system, so that every bit of memory address is cleared properly. Thanks guys for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe.